All right, I'm out at Matson Hill Park. No, really, this is Matson Hill Park, St. Charles. Yeah, the barn and all that stuff. That's at another trailhead.
Hike, hang, and get high. Time to hit the trail. Hike up the hills to a high, sweeping view. Hanging a hammock for a moment or two. Get out there and y'all have fun hiking. Hike, hang, and get high.
So I went up to another trailhead today, and yeah. Oh, this is sweet. Only hikers. Nice. Yeah, we are up, like I said, at a different trailhead. I'll post that trailhead on the map. Okay, and I'm gonna hike this section of the park. This should be, well, today it's definitely gonna be less bicycles because it's raining, and they don't want the bikes tearing up everything. We got a porta potty. So, about to start this loop here. There's no horses allowed ever, no bikes today. All right, let's get started. All right, the trail seems older immediately. I mean, like, yeah, this is not a trail that's just been created in the last few years. This has been here, so it's wide, it's settled in, it's got some rocky features. Yeah, this feels good. I mean, look at that trail. That is awesome. Yeah, there are still sections here that you can tell dedicated to bicyclists, but not so obvious as the newer trails. So that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a very cool trail. The clay content of the soil here kind of makes footing a little treacherous, so paying attention. Otherwise, I guess there's a reason that the kind of clay slurry that you use in firing ceramics and stuff like that is called slip. It's clever play on words. Like what might happen to you if you walk on that slick clay. This is pretty awesome here. Still slick downhill clay. Just look at that trail. That is awesome. That's pretty cool. I really like the moss on the side of the trails, stuff like that. Gives a, I don't know, a sense of age, of purpose, of belonging. It's like the trail is meant to be here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Little mushrooms sprouting up there, I think. Very cool. Oh, this is just cool. Look at that. The tree here by the trail, kind of leaning. That's all pretty cool. Everything about this section is so far pretty freaking cool. Look at that. I enjoy that. I mean, the roots over the trail, the leaning tree. I mean, just, I don't know. It's natural features that are just really cool. Awesome. Well, it's been supposed to rain, and I hear that it is raining, but kind of protected by the canopy at this point in time. Supposed to be heavy rain though, so kind of considering my tarp, finding a spot and putting that up, which is getting through the canopy a little bit. So yeah, I may be finding a spot in this jungle. This is a real thicket here, but I may be putting up a tarp and a hammock if it starts raining anymore harder. Oh, and I got open sky here. Yeah, right. So not 100% sure about the going to the left that I took back there when it was still a good bit of little rain. The rain has abated, so didn't have to throw the tarp up, so that's good. Mainly cause pretty thick woods on either side of the trail here, so yeah, throwing a tarp up will be a little bit difficult because don't think there's two trees 12 feet apart that wouldn't have some brush or something in the way of the tarp. So it's a good thing the canopy's thick and protects me from the rain. Except for, you know, spots like that where I'm pretty much open. I got a sneeze coming on. Oh. Now that little scene there is just straight up magical. Awesome. Look at that. Oh, I see a little creek crossing. Oh, that's awesome. Whew. That is cool. That slippery rocks going down to it, not as cool. So I'm taking effort and time. Very cool though. It flows into there. Flows up there. Wow, that looks cool. Oh, all right. Oh, I am going to be soaked when I get back to the car. Glad I got my car towel. But I am going to be soaked from the humidity more than the rain. Look, another one. Probably the same little creek. But that is cool. Look at that itty bitty waterfall, one big slab of rock. That is awesome. Water's not deep enough to trouble anyone. But it does look cool. Thunder. I don't know if y'all can tell how cool that looks. The mist, slight mist hanging in the air, all that good stuff. And then coming over here, man, I gotta go take a look because it looks very cool. I don't know that it is 100%, but spider web. Yeah. Oh, I wonder which way the water flows. But that pool over there. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Spider web right in front of it, so I'm not gonna go all the way, but yeah, very cool. Huh. Look at that. Snap. Wow. So yeah, there are a lot of these little crossings. Ooh, check that out. Snail shell, nice. Anyway, a lot of these little crossings of this stream here. Look at that waterfall. Or it would be a waterfall if there were a lot more water flowing. But check that out. Wow. That is very cool. That is very cool. So there was a section back there where I saw some slight slip marks. Like someone's been through here before me. which I've been seeing evidence of. But there was no one in the parking lot other than the ranger. Anyway, saw some little slip signs. I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. How does anyone slip on this? It's pretty flat and doesn't seem all that dry. I mean, all that wet. And just about as the thought finished, I guess nature decided that I needed to answer my own question, and I slipped. Just a little bit, but it's like, ooh, 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 oh, that's how you do it on this ground. Yeah. So be careful what you wonder, because sometimes it just may get shown to you how you slip and fall on a. I didn't fall, but close. All right, coming up to some kind of decision point. Got a left and a right. Oxen Hill Trail, 2.5 or 2.1 mile. Yeah. Matson Hill Loop Trail, or that goes back to the trailhead. I'm thinking that trailhead sign, I don't know, let me check that. Ooh, look, that shows where we are. All right, so we're here. Trailhead's somewhere up in there. This is where the barn is. I wonder if we came here. Anyway, so we got the yellow here, and then we got blue. And I think this is where I was in the field, maybe? I don't know. Let's look. So what that tells me is that what I've been seeing throughout the trail, that there have been a lot of sections of the trail diverted, closed off, rerouted. Seen a lot of that. Heck, I'm not even sure what trail I started on. Just the one at the trailhead. I think I'm gonna go this way, not to the trailhead. Or, wait a minute, that post could have got turned around. I think that's the Oxen Mill Trail, that's Matson Hill Loop, and that goes back to the trailhead. That's what I'm gonna assume. I wasn't recording all that. Anyway, this is the Matson Hill Loop Trail, what we're on. I could follow it around here. This is Oxen Mill Trail. Will give me another 1.8 miles. This, the green, is Hayes Trail, which is what we did last weekend. And I think I got here and cut through here on the field to get back to the trailhead parking lot here. But this time I'm parked over here. Anyway, I'm gonna take the Oxen Mill Trail. All right, another one of these crossing things. But slick rocks, and I don't see a path on the other side. So, oh, okay. I see. Being careful here. But it kind of takes a sharp right turn. The rocks through here are just awesome. Okay. Oh, that's muddy. Okay. Well, that's different. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take my shoes off before I go in the house. Very, very caked with clay. Oh. So yeah, don't wanna be tracking fresh mud or any mud into the house. So gonna have to take them off before I go in. Front porch, shop door, whatever. But yeah, this is still a pretty cool trail. Not sure if those are fence posts or cut down cedars, or a little bit of both. Still threatening rain, but haven't been rained out so far. So. Muddy. So I've only been a little over 2 miles, but I've been thinking about a spot to sit down, and that looks like an open field up there. So I'm going to take this little animal trail up here. And see what I see over here. It is not a field. It is kind of a clearing. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have me a sit down here. Looks like that rain might be coming. I'm gonna see if I can huddle here for a little bit and ride it out, or if I'm gonna have to put my tarp up. I don't know. We'll see. Yoo-hoo. All right, so the tarp came out for a few minutes, but I think that's passed. So gonna put it back in the bag and get back on the trail, maybe. Need to get the moisture off my lens, but I think we're good. All right, got everything packed back up after that little rain spout, and I am going over here to look at a flower. Very cool. So I think this over here was either a road at some point. Yeah, looks like it was a road. So kind of why I thought it was a field or something. Anyway, heading back to the trail. Sounds like there's rain right behind me. But I got the tarp sitting on top of my pack right now, so I'll be able to quickly deploy it if needed again. And sounds like it might be. Dang, I just started moving again. Oh well, I'll string it up between two trees this time, next time, if needed, because huddling under it got a little warm. It is very windproof, so didn't allow a breeze to get in. So hopefully the rain is done, and it'll just be sprinkles going forward. We'll see. Oh my God, that looks messy. Whew. Dang, I bet ultralighters hate mud like this. Can you hear the? Yeah, it's pretty tough. And the reason I say ultralighters hate it, because I'm sure that's adding a couple pounds to my base weight. Dang. Ooh, look at the mushrooms. Very cool. Been several of them around the trail, but first chance I had to say, hey, look at those. Ooh. That one's yellow. Oh. Huh. Oh. All right, well, it seems the rain and threat of rain has subsided for the moment. So, very awesome. I am seeing about getting some of the mud off my shoe. It's not helping very much. Whew. Onward. I've got some trail mix with me, but when nature provides, go ahead and eat. I'm having to turn back on this one. Check that out. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Huh. I think my staff needs to be screwed back together. Hold on. I have a feeling that I'm about to be walking over there, and that someone doesn't want me walking up there. Maybe a few someones putting all them limbs in the trail. But yeah, let's see what this does over here. I'm thinking it's gonna be a big, like, kind of horseshoe U-turn kind of thing. Ooh, look at that. Oh! So, right over there, at that post right there, is where I sat down last weekend to figure out, hey, this says the trailhead's this way, but I'm pretty sure the trailhead's that way. And it was. So now I'm going this way. Back to the trailhead that I actually parked at, instead of the trailhead I parked out last weekend. And I got to tell you, I am on the look out for more than blackberries. Those were good. Might have to pull my trail mix out here shortly. Ah, that's in the backpack. I'll probably pull out my fig bar. Easier to reach. But yeah, there's fields through there. So yeah, these older trails Matson Hill Park are pretty cool. And you got the benefit today of the rain closing the trails to bikes. So only hikers are allowed when it's muddy like this. Nice. Very cool. Well, this is one of them there splits. I'm gonna head back to the trailhead, Oxen Mill Trail. So the Oxen Mill Trail, kind of weird because you'll see mileage ranges from 2.1 miles to 1.8. So don't know where all that is. You know, it seems like those three trails, Hayes Trail probably loops back around. And this one keeps on going. Yeah, trailhead keeps going this way. Okay. Yeah. Cause, got a little box there. Oxen Trail, Hayes Trail, trailhead. So, that is not true. Trailhead's this way. All depends on which trailhead you're talking about. Now you should probably label those, like Barn Trailhead and Trailhead A. I don't know. Trailhead A and Trailhead B. Trailhead B is the barn. Guns? Maybe? I don't know. But some cool views of how high the ridges are over there through the trees. Probably can't tell them from the camera here, but I can see them when looking at them. And you could see them too if you came out here and hiked these trails. Very cool, almost views. Well, that's just cool. That big rock just sitting up there, all nice and pretty. A few more bench rocks along the trail here. Very cool. Natural places to sit. Not that I need to sit, but oh, hold on. This is another one of them almost awesome views. Very cool. Butterfly on the ground. I thought it was butterfly in the sky. Reading Rainbow lied to me. Dang. Yeah, that was a good show. Reading Rainbow. LeVar Burton. Very cool show. Wow, these rocks are cool. This is not the kind of thing you expect to find out on the trail. Is that a front tine tiller? I don't know what that is. Yeah, tilling width, but I don't see the tiller attachment. Oh well. Oxen Mill lower line and upper line. I don't know which one I want to take. I'm gonna go sit on that rock and find out. Well, that was not in any way useful because none of the trail mapping apps have the upper or lower. They just have one Oxen Mill trail. So they don't know about the upper and lower yet. No idea how to tell them. But I think the upper looks newer. It doesn't have the fresh, worn trail look. So I think I'm going to take the upper. Yep. See what the difference there is between what the that's just cool. Between what the trails mapping software has to say and what the upper is. Upper has a lot more cool rock features. They probably toss those out of the trail. It also looks like the sun's out. Oh wow, this is very cool. The trail does look freshly made, so it's got fresh dig, fresh rocks thrown out of the way. So very cool. This is a new section of the trails. Awesome. Awesome, awesome looking rock features. Love the rocks. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and hike. All right, so there are 3 trails. That's the, that down there. It's the lower, upper left, and upper right. So you can see the differences. You could be walking down there, or up here, or down there. So somehow I got up here on the rocks trail, and woo, yeah, that would be very interesting. Then off the rocks trail, you can see under the rocks. And then you got the lower trail down there. So they pretty much run parallel, which is pretty cool. So the sun's coming out. Birds are starting to fly. Maybe we'll see some wildlife other than myself. Eating on the fig bar. But I think it's going to be a good sight up here. Well, that's a sight. This pretty much means that we are very close to the barn. I think, or somewhere on the next to that road, stub road. Yeah, I thought there was going to be more sightseeing to do, but it's not. Man, this is a challengingly, that rock was difficult to get across. Poor footing. Wet and slippery. Ew. Yeah, a lot of this this trail's terrain is tricky. Rocks, slick, all that good stuff. And with the sun popping out, temperature's going up quick. And like, you get into a sunny patch, and it's like a magnifying glass. Woo. All right, keep it on. Well, damn. Ooh. There are a couple ripe ones. Three ripe ones. Very cool. The rest of them are just not done yet. Ooh, that was good. It does make me want more, but they're not really good to stand there and eat right off the vine. Maybe Google why. That'll be interesting.
Eating too many ripe blackberries can cause stomach distress. They are packed with fiber, sorbitol, and fructose. These compounds can easily overwhelm your digestive system.
This kind of looks familiar. Maybe. I think I'm gonna go with the left trail. But I'm gonna verify. Well, according to the GPS's, there is absolutely no trail. No trail here, but I'm taking the left trail because I'm pretty sure this is the one that goes back to the trailhead. So I think we're 3.5, 4 miles, somewhere around there. So probably a little over halfway. Yeah. A little over halfway finished, I think. Anyway, heading on. And yeah, I am, unless I get a nice cool breeze or strong breeze that dries me off between here and there. Whew. Very happy I have a car towel. And yeah, I'm gonna have to take it in and wash it after this. I'm gonna have to take everything out of my backpack, expand it, dry it out, the tarp, everything. Because it is, it's been humid. It's been rainy. I'm probably sweaty, or just absorbed all the water from the atmosphere. And it's a little slippery in places. So, yeah, not so much the physical exhaustion as because I'm not really physically tired, but the mental fatigue from watching for slipping and all that stuff, that's kind of worn on me. a little bit more than the actual physical stuff. Don't think that bottom one is standard, but cool. All right. What is this? Easiest, most difficult. Huh. Well, the GPS apps out here are pretty much not useful because I'm going the most difficult way, but there's no real indication that there is two trails. This is awesome. Look at that. Nice flowing water. Flows into there. Oh, that is sweet. Face wash. Oh, that's cold. That's nice and cold. This is cool. Trekking up a nice little waterfall. This side of the park has so far been pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, just avoid the barn side. But this side is awesome. All right, just stopped and swapped my water out. Added electrolytes again. Went from a Ultima Peach Bellini to a Ultima Cranberry Cosmo. So if it were anything other than just flavored hydration mix, I'd be feeling pretty good right now. Yeah, this trail's been pretty awesome. Highly recommend doing this extended loop of Matson Hill and Oxen Mill. Of course, probably recommend it when it's a little drier, because man, feels like I don't know, an extra 10-15 pounds just because I'm soaked. Probably a little less than that, but you know what I mean. Well, the first challenge of the trail. That's going to be interesting to get through. See you on the other side. All right. Back, I am assuming, to the trailhead. Last few miles have really, the last few 100 feet or whatever, has really got to me. So I just kind of assumed the road was the trailhead. Got a little ways to go, but no matter what the situation, rain or snow or sunshine, y'all get out there, y'all have fun hiking. Yep, a couple miles from the trailhead, all this